What is up, players? It's Warboss Tay back up in this mug. We looked at some Eldar, we looked at some Kingdom Death. Let's take a look at some Primaris Space Marines. These guys are for a commission for the Desert Rats. You might remember them. They were in a little thing I called the July Painting Challenge last year, and these guys are going to be going along with them. They are in Primaris armor, and the client requested that they be painted a little darker. So you might remember my July Painting Challenge last year. They were nice, bright Rakarth flesh, very clean, and these guys are going to be a little bit darker to make them stand out. Not only is their armor going to be a little bit bigger, scale-wise the Marines are going to be a little bit bigger because they're Primaris Marines, but their armor is going to be based off of Zandri dust rather than Rakarth flesh. So they're a little bit more yellow to the brown and not as bright beige. And yeah, I just want to let you know that these are the first kind of test models that I'm going to be working off of, and the rest of the characters will be coming after that. We'll be doing unboxings and showcase videos, probably no tutorials. My setup isn't really that great. I'm trying to look at upgrading my equipment, and that's still like a work in progress, but I'm really pleased with how these guys are coming along, and these update vids can kind of let you know how I'm doing, what I'm doing, and just keep you updated about my progress. So to paint these guys, I went over everything with Skeleton Bone Army Painter's primer, colored primer, and then I painted everything with a couple layers of Zandri dust. You need a couple layers, I say, because the first time you paint it on top, it's going to be a little streaky, and so the second layer will help even everything out. You do a recess wash of Agrax Earthshade. What that means is you just take a thin brush and you go back over, try to hit as much of the recesses as possible. If you get it onto the flatter, larger plates, that's okay, because you're going to go back and you're going to clean it up in the next stage with your Zandri dust. It's a little bit easier than doing an entire, like, slapping Agrax Earthshade or your wash, whatever you use, over the entire model, because you're only really trying to focus on the recesses, the lines where the armor plates meet. Then once you highlight those puppies back up, you get nice clean lines like this, and it looks great from the tabletop as like a high tabletop standard. Then I highlight everything with edge highlight of Rakarth flesh. The black is just Abaddon black, and then using some Eshin gray as the highlight for that, so it's a nice highlight. And for the cloak, I wanted it to be nice and luxurious, voluminous, and so I used Incubi Darkness, which is a dark blue. It highlights very well. It makes it look like a very deep velvet, maybe, and I'm very pleased with how that came out. I'm going to apply the freehand and the insignia to the shoulder pads and the knee pads later, but like I said, these are for a custom commission, original Space Marine chapter called the Desert Rats. And if you want to see my other Space Marine characters and miniatures that I painted for that last year, you can just check out the July Painting Challenge from last year. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're all doing well out there in Hobbyland. Keep those paintbrushes moving. Keep painting. Keep positive. And don't worry if your models look like bleh, because hey, everything comes clean in the cleanup process. You know, you just gotta don't stop believing. All right, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Latest, players.